Good morning. So today I'm starting the day by picking up 2 stray cats that have been sterilized last night. I'm going to the vet to pick up the 2 cats. They normally get sterilized during the day, then they stay there the night, and the next morning I go pick them up. Me and my wife take care of many stray cats in Cyprus. We sterilize, feed them, take care of them, and with these 2 it's gonna be 56 total cats sterilized in the last 2 years. And if you want to donate or subscribe to our Patreon, check out the link below. And there you go. This is a female and this is a male. Alright, so back home, and before I get my breakfast in, I always do my morning mobility routine. I've been doing this for over 5 years now, pretty much every single day, and it's amazing if you have tight hamstrings, tight hips, tight lower back like me from lifting weights. I also add this routine to most of my clients, and it really helps if you do it every single day. I think by now it's like part of my routine. If I don't do it, I just feel like something is missing. And that's it. 5 minutes every single day. Time for coffee. Right, so if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know by now that my favorite thing to eat in the morning with my coffee is toast with peanut butter and banana. The brand of peanut butter doesn't really matter as long as it's all natural, so just peanuts and the nice ripe banana. So if you've seen my previous video, I'll link it somewhere around here. The high protein wraps, you know how we weigh our food with the reverse method. So you place the tub with the food that you have in first, then you zero it out, so it's 0 now. And then as you remove, it'll show exactly how much you've taken out. So 19 grams so far. And this is much more accurate since a lot of people, they do the opposite. They basically would add the bread on the scale and then add the peanut butter on top, but then you'll be missing out a few grams that stay on the spoon. I know it might sound a little bit neurotic, but if you're somebody who's serious about your health and fitness, about your calories, then this is the best way to do it, the most accurate way. So we got roughly 50 grams of peanut butter. That's usually what I do every single morning, give or take, on some nice sourdough bread. Perfect. And now you lick the spoon. Right, so let's foam our milk for our latte. Usually I use Oatly Barista, but I'm trying out this new brand from Cyprus. They were kind enough to send me a package to try out the Mighty Oat Barista. And there's no debate that oat milk is the best milk for coffees. Right, moment of truth. I'm pretty bad at barista art, so don't judge me. Okay, almost. Look at that beauty. My favorite meal of the day is the first meal of the day. It's gonna go down a treat. Peanut butter is an amazing protein source. No, I'm just joking. Peanut butter is primarily a fat source, but if you're someone like me, you can afford to eat lots of calories because you train a lot, or you have more muscle than the average person, then you can feel free to add more peanut butter than the average person. 50 grams of peanut butter here gives me around 13 grams of protein plus the bread. I got a decent like 20-ish grams of protein, so far so good. And I honestly don't care about every single meal. I don't obsess over every single meal being as high protein as possible. You can make up for it later in the day, and the most important thing is that you're getting enough protein by the end of the day. Alright, so it's been a couple hours, it's time for lunch. This is my high protein wraps. We got 30 grams of protein in each wrap. For the recipe, click here for my previous video to check out how I make this. And for the secret ingredient I'm gonna add on top, one of the best low-calorie condiments as a vegan, sriracha mayo. And although it's called mayo, there's actually no egg here and no dairy. So it's a little bit spicy, which is perfect. Essentially what I have here is some vegan chicken from a company called Mighty Chicken. I've been buying it for years. Best one in Cyprus in my opinion, for mock meats. Some black beans, sauteed red bell peppers, spinach, a couple of herbs and spices, and these high protein wraps. Cheers. For calories and macros for this recipe, I'll be putting it somewhere around here, so you can also see by the end of the day how many calories and how much protein I managed to hit. Alright guys, we're now outside on my balcony. Here's where I do all of my workouts. Today is day 4, leg day. Let's get it. Right guys, leg day is done. That was my 5th workout for the week. Today's Friday and that's it for the week. I'm gonna take the weekend off. If you're not looking like this, by the end of your workout, you need to push yourself more. But now I'm starving and it's time for our 3rd meal of the day, our post-workout meal. These are my supplements that I've been using for years from Complement. They're protein powder, they're creatine monohydrate, and the best vegan multivitamin I found that covers the big 4, B12, omega-3, vitamin D, and iodine, plus a few more just for safety. Alright guys, the 3rd meal of the day is these protein overnight oats. I just let them sit in the fridge for at least 2 hours, preferably overnight. And I do add my creatine in here. That's an easy way of getting your creatine in. So what we have in here is basically some soy milk, a scoop of my Complement vanilla protein powder, 5 grams of creatine monohydrate, again from Complement, 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds to help with our digestion and get our ALA omega-3s, a little bit of cinnamon, and that's pretty much it. Normally I would add some berries on top, but I just ran out at this point. This meal has roughly, I think, like 45 grams of protein. You'll see here the calories and the macros for this meal. And for the day, I'm already at 130 or so grams of protein, and we still haven't gotten our 4th meal of the day. And bear in mind, 130 grams of protein at just 2,100 calories, more or less. Can't forget my daily multivitamin. Right, so I'll see you at dinner time. Alright, so before dinner time, I'm gonna jump on my treadmill. You probably can't see it from there. I'm gonna jump on my treadmill and get maybe a 30-40 minute walk. Some days it's just like that, don't have time to go out for a walk, so I just have this walking pad. Essentially, it's not a treadmill, it's a walking pad. My wife got me as a present roughly 1.5 years ago, and it's amazing to get your steps in while you're at home. I've been rewatching Lord of the Rings movies lately. I've watched them like 4 times. Now I'm on to The Hobbit. So I'm going to watch 30-40 minutes of The Hobbit. I'm on the 2nd movie. See you for dinner. Alright guys, so last meal of the day, dinner. What I got here is some baked potatoes with a little bit of olive oil in the oven with oregano, garlic powder and smoked paprika. And then I just crumbled some tofu and used up the same bowl that had a little bit of oil left over from the potatoes. Added some soy sauce, paprika and some other herbs and spices. And it's nice and crispy. You can probably hear the crunch. Have some more taste. I'm gonna add just a little bit of ketchup. And what I like to do sometimes when I don't have patience or energy to cook my vegetables, I'll just munch on a raw carrot or pepper on the side. This is gonna give me all my vitamin A that I need for the day, by the way. Delicious. Ready to devour. Right, and these are the totals for the dinner, and we also have the totals for the entire day of eating. I'm gonna have some tea with some dried mango later on. I already added that in, so roughly 3,000 calories, and accidentally got 160 grams of protein. I don't usually eat that much protein. I weigh 80 kilos, and I only eat about 120 grams of protein a day, which is 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. But today I accidentally got 160 grams of protein, which is 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, which is, for me, way too much. I don't typically eat that much. So yeah, and there you go. This is what a typical day of eating looks like for me. Slightly higher in protein, like I just said, roughly 3,000 calories, give or take a few hundred calories sometimes. I'm not on a bulking or cutting phase. I just roughly maintaining, trying to build some strength and muscle over time. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and let me know if you want any future videos on any specific topic. You can comment down below. I'll see you in the next one.